Sign up at the end of this review to get my personal gear list. Well, one question I had is as I noticed during Soundcheck while you were playing, you're into it. And I want to know, and this is more of a question I just popped up in my head. Where mentally do you go when you're playing?
Oh, I'm trying to play well. I'm focused on trying to play well. When I do sound check, like I had a crowd at sound check today. You were there, Levi was there, Mr. Damasio was there, and there was a few people.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not going to mess around at sound check. I'm going to really play because there are people there. So I don't want people to hear me sitting and playing half-assed.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I'm going to play for them, even though it's sound check. So you know, it's good for me to be in that situation. I very rarely have people at sound check because the general public wouldn't understand why is that sound changing and why are those frequencies bad? You know what I mean? Like when we do a normal sound check at a theater, I just come out and start playing tunes, right? I'm not saying to my sound man, do this, do that, because he's so damn good. That's why he costs me the big bucks. I'm employing one of the best guys in the world, and that's no joke.
That's got to be comforting.
It's great. That's why he's there. But I can tell you that he'll go through frequencies, and you'll hear, you'll hear the sound, and then it'll get real hard, and then there'll be mid-range stuff poking out, and if you didn't know what he was doing, you'd think, what is that? You know, and I don't need people doing that at my sound check. We need to get as obnoxious as we want at sound check to iron out all the bugs and then make it sound beautiful. You know, and by the time he's dialed in everything and got the PA sounding how he wants, he should be walking around the room listening, going, yep, it's how I like it. And I'm still playing, knowing, boy, is it in the zone, you know? When we're both happy, see, what we do is we get the house sounding good, then we bring the monitors up. Right. And he turns the house off, gets the monitors how we think they should be, then he brings the house in, and then I'm in heaven. Because I got that big sound of the PA there, and I've got the front of the note right here. And normally on stage I have 4 monitors, 2 behind and 2 in front. And so I'm in a square. I'm in a square of sound and tone. And my amp is right here pointing that way. My amp does not point at the audience. The audience hear the amp, but they don't hear the speaker. They hear the amp part of it.
Right. Wow, that's great. That is so cool. And that's that has to be absolutely
but it's
super
quick
comfortable.
and it's easy. You know, 2 signals. My direct signal here, which is the AER Pocket Tools, and then I do a bypass and go into the amp. Then I have the amp, the Compact 60, and then we take a line out of the amp. So it's 2 signals, direct and amp. And
that's it.
And he puts them in parallel and turns it up.
Wow, that's mind blowing.
We carry our own Heil microphones.
Nice. Oh, that's outstanding. And again, in relation to playing and learning to play, I want to switch gears a little bit. One of our viewers wrote in and had asked, what is the most significant lesson you've learned on guitar, whether it came from a guitarist or not?
Make your arrangements interesting. Look for the good songs. Find good keys to play songs in, and always look for the good songs. You know, fight mediocrity tooth and nail. You know, and if you get a good melody, milk it for all it's worth. You know what I mean? Like when I play "What a Wonderful World," right? Everybody knows that song. It's the one time in the show. I don't always do it, but it's the one time in the show where I don't play any backing. I play. I play it just like that with nothing else. and I turn the pickup almost off and just have a little bit of microphone. So it sounds like it just brings the whole audience right in like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing, I'm playing as gentle as I can with the most gentle sound. And it gets people every time. And so that's an example of a great song that means a lot to people. I always choose the songs that they mean the world to me, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow,
Yeah.
Mona Lisa, Imagine, all those songs. I love those songs. So I think, you know, I'm a 59-year-old guy from Australia, and I figure I've got a fairly broad love of music and good songs, that if I really love this song, I think you will too.
Yeah.
You know?
That's outstanding. That's great. That's great. Did you have...
It's kind of common sense.
Yeah.
You know? I try to always use the common sense approach.
That's good.
Look for a good melody and good chords and all that stuff.
Why do musicians overthink everything?
Well, exactly. You're out there, don't forget, you're out there to play for the people.
Yeah.
You're not out there to try and impress musicians. You're out there to play for the people.
Yeah.
And if you do the job properly, you'll always have a good job. And people, what you want to hear at the end of the night is, when are you coming back? That's all you want to hear.
That's awesome. That was just like kind of
Basic.
getting a little shiver right there. That was good.
It's true.
Did you, this one's way off the beaten path. Did you have pets growing up?
Yeah, I had dogs.
Does my beard remind you of your first pet?
No. No.
Believe it or not, that was actually written in by George Hayes, one of our viewers.
Good on
Thank you
you,
for
George.
that. Getting back on track. So you just mentioned probably what I would assume is the most quiet thing you play in a live setting.
Yeah.
You also do a fair amount of percussive technique,
Yeah.
Which is way on the other end of the spectrum. How do you control both hands? Can you give us a little insight
Well,
as
I'm
to
a
what's
drummer.
happening?
I'm a drummer who plays the guitar, right? I play drums.
Okay.
I have drum kits. I've played on records, and I can sit and play with a metronome. I know what time is. I know what groove is. All that stuff. So I use all those drummer things when I'm playing the guitar. When you see me standing up on stage, moving from side to side, I'm a metronome. My whole body's a metronome. That's how the groove, you lay the groove in, you see. When I'm playing percussion stuff, I do typical drummer things. I'll show you. So there's a basic pattern that I use. My right hand plays 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My left hand plays 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? And you put the two together. See that? And it's, yeah. And then you just add extra notes. Right? But you put that through a PA, and that really sounds like a bass drum.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got got all these sounds. You got this as well. See, I had that marked up so I can go. So I can play bass with my left hand, the brush part with my right hand, and then I can sing, roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal. How can I roll when the wheel won't go? So forth. So, and then you got all these other sounds here, and you know. So
It is just, and through a PA, that sounds like you've got a jazz kit sitting over there with the
exactly.
brushes. And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Well, all this stuff's in the name of entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
And there are some songs where I'm playing away and I flip my capo off and throw it up in the air in the middle of the song and do a key change. Why do I do that? Because no one else does it. You know, that's it. That's the whole reason. I'm looking for something different all the time. Why do I bang my head on the microphone in the middle of a drum solo? To add an extra note. But people laugh and they're amazed, you know? But it's just in the name of entertainment. That's what it's all about.
Outstanding. That is outstanding.
I'll use anything I can to entertain you when I'm up there. It's as simple as that. You got the power of songs, the power of your playing, the power of your confidence in what you're doing, and then the underlying innocence of that you're really just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
You know.
That is outstanding. And I got to hit the guitar subject one more time, because on the Acoustic Letter, we are We're basically guitar geeks, is basically what it boils down to.
Well, I'm a geek too.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Yeah, I am. Self-confessed.
So, how do you pick the perfect guitar?
Well, you pick it up and play it, and if you can't put it down and you just want to keep playing it, then that's probably the guitar for you. And it doesn't matter where it was made, what name is on it, how much it costs, any of that stuff. It doesn't matter. If you love that guitar, it could be some piece of funky old junk. As if you love it, then that's the guitar for you. You know, like the truth is, I play these guitars because I love them. They sound so good. I can do whatever I want with it, you know. But they don't pay me to play them, you know.
Right.
I play them because I like them, you know. If I preferred a Maton or a Taylor or whatever, then I'd play one. But I don't. This is a guitar I like, you know.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
that's
You've got
outstanding.
to find what works for you. People are always asking me, well, what's the best guitar? And I'm like, the one you can't put down. What are the best strings? The ones that your guitar likes.
Totally.
You know, the ones where your guitar feels so good, sounds so good, it's got overtones, it tunes up so well and all that stuff, you know. It doesn't matter what brand it is. Experiment, find out for yourself. It's up to us to make the decisions, you know. Just because the people see me in magazines or on TV doesn't mean that what I do works for you. You have to find what works for you. I'm just doing what works for me. And I'm still farting around looking for things to make what I do better, you know.
Well, thank you so much for the words of wisdom, for the playing, for the music. Acoustic Letter, folks, what a day.
Thanks very much.
Going at it in Soundcheck.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're just laying it out there.
Absolutely. Well, there's two reasons why I really go for it at Soundcheck. Firstly, I want to hear what the PA is going to do, and for me and my sound man, we want to